DJ House of Paint, Sandokan is special.
Good evening, folks. Samson Toll, Labrador Public Radio. We hope to be very audible here tonight. We've been working on the sound system here for quite a while. Thank you for joining us this evening. We say thank you very much, and we're going to have to almost like a repeat show. And we happy Valentine's Day to all of you, and that's why you see what I'm the way I am. Thank you, sisters and brothers, fathers, mothers. We say thank you very much. We will do our best here tonight to make sure that we have a wonderful show on a Friday afternoon. I know, Fridays is a wind down day for many of you that work hard. And before I go on to anything, I will talk safety here. But this is how I'm going to start the safety process this afternoon. First of all, I want to congratulate all the women in our mix. You guys are just the backbone. I don't care what anybody say. You guys are just the backbone of everything happening, good or bad. You guys are the people. That's it. Without you, we got nothing. Don't let anybody fool you. Without you, the women, what are girls, with mothers, sisters, without you, we're nothing. Hey, don't let anybody fool you, man. Don't let anybody fool you. You are the reason why we are. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say. So I want to congratulate you ladies again and say thank you very much. We love you all. Please don't give up on us. Don't give us. I mean, you know who we are already. You know who we are, the men. Don't give us on us, because if you do that, we're going down. We're going to go down and go down hard. So stay with us. Continue to guide us. Do the best you can for us. We appreciate it. But let me go down the line a little bit. Let me give my own experience as far as ladies are concerned. I'll start with my own mom. The late Merito, may also rest in peace, of course. She had too many kids. And I'm the oldest. And they're plenty. But I'm the oldest. But anyhow, back in Toll Town, before that, we moved to Monrovia, and while we were in Monrovia, she was in the barracks, BTC. And when she was in the barracks, this story that I'm about to tell you is not unique to her. And I'm saying it just because it's Valentine's Day, and I want to appreciate with me their involvement in the society. And where else can I start my experience except for my own mom? So it is not unique to my mom, because I know other kids we all play in the barrel. We used to play Bray, and we all know each other. We know our mom, the capabilities, and in fact, there were some kids that was among their older brother were going to university. The father was not there. The mom was selling in a bigger market and bring money, and then send a young man to I know of that, send him to a university, LU. So anyway, but anyhow, my mom, I was going to GW Gissing. I think I told you that already. But those days you have to have, they have a uniform store right on campus called Oreo. And if you're somebody that goes to GW Gissing, from GW Gissing to what's the other, Martina Nipple Street or something, whatever, you go there as junior high. That's the green and white. GW Gissing is blue and white. Martina Nipple is green and white. Then Tubman High is the other funny looking uniform. I better be careful, because my supervisor is a man from Tubman High. If I take down the highway, sack me. By the way, Oreo was a place to go and get a uniform from for different of us, poor people. But anyhow, my mom, she used to go in the market, buy a bunch of fish, meat, dried meat, and everything else, and buy deeper, greater, kumbe, or whatever they call it. I've forgotten the name of it, but I used to swallow. That one, there was no joke. So anyway, she would bring this stuff. And then she would say, I need your help to cut the fish. Why would I, Samson Toll, just coming from Roxas Cinema, And I went by the barracks. People getting ready to go on the football field. I'm going to come dead in my hand with fish. Oh, my, I beg you, man. I leave it. I'm not even talking to her. I will leave. She would struggle. At that time, my other little brother in Ohio, and I'm very young, very little at the time. What can he do? He just hold a fire wood and put it in there. That's about all he can do. So the woman would clean everything and cook. And then in the morning, the band people, the army people, those that were living in the barracks, the men that were not married or married, they would come and credit deeper and credit dumber, 25 cents, 50 cents, and stuff like that. But she has a little paper. And on the paper, you will put your name and the amount you owe. So she does that. And then at the end of the month, she goes stand in front of the bank headquarters where they're dividing the checks and what have you. And the man that used to bring the check was Willie Nucker. The late Willie Nucker, he used to do that. But anyway, he comes and then my mom, he knows my mom well. After some time, he knows now. Miracle, let me see your list. So my mom would give the list and they call the list. And they say, okay, they pay the people in cash. So they say, okay, you owe Miracle $2.50. Where say you? Yes, okay, they take your $2.50. So much. By the time she's done collecting her money and come home, she's not bringing home anything less than $200-$300. So those days, that's a lot of money. So when she comes, then Samson told Mama uniform all dirty. My Oreo, the other one there, I want to wear again. And she says, okay, let's go to Oreo. And then we'll go to Oreo. Yes, Samson told men that refused to cut these fish. Go to Oreo, buy the uniform for me. Not only that, when I think about it sometimes as I would drive on some project that I have to go on that take 2 hours, a lot of stuff comes through my mind. And when I think about the issue with me and my mom those days, sometimes tears comes out of me. Why was I behaving like that? So sometimes she sells Henneken bottles. What she would do, go around Monrovia, get taxi, a charter taxi, and go collect bottles. Bottles, put them in the bags, Henneken bottles, and then she would bring them to the barracks. And when she brings them to the barracks, she has to wash them clean, real clean. Take all the dirt out of it. Then she goes across the bridge, and the Henneken factory over there will give her the case, brand new cases. She'll put the bottle in after washing. She'll put the bottle in the cases and sell them, take them. So those days, each one of the cases was $2.50. This is where she used to make all her money. So when she bring the bottle out of the bag, Sam said, I said, do I do more calling my name? Do I look at somebody? I'm gonna be washing bottle, then pet bottle, then kissy bottle, and be passing around. Something to washing bottle. What wrong with the woman said? Leave it. Be mad at myself. How old was I at that time? Nothing. The only big thing at that time, EJ Rodden was not even in stage. The only big thing I wanted to do then was to go to Roxas Cinema. So she would sell the stuff, she'd make all her money and come back, and then she would buy me a uniform. Now one day that she would say, Samson, you didn't help me to wash the bottle. You didn't help me to cut the fish. I'm not going to buy anything for you. None whatsoever. Whatever that I wanted, copybooks, anything that she can afford, she would give it to me. In fact, I was doing so good that all my other uncles then that were in the barracks, I never used to go ask for anything from anybody. When they pay and things, she didn't care. In fact, men used to come to her to borrow money, loan money out. That is the job of a woman. If a woman can deal with somebody like Samson told and be that much patient, even though I was a son, my own son, but the behavior at that time, and I wasn't unique. I mean, that was the behavior. That's not just unique to Samson Toe. The kinds of things women go through with their kids. And let's go back to now. Let's come from Monrovia. Let's go to Town. So we got in Town. I was a little bit older now, ready to brush, lazy like nothing else. So the only way that I can brush when my father take the radio, some kind of transition radios, little one, take it way out in the tree branch somewhere, put it up there, and play some music from. That's why I love all these Ivorian music. Start playing music, and then he said, "Well, don't change the channel. If the music come on, you don't like it, don't change. Just brush towards that, and when you get there, the radio is here for the rest of the day." Oh my goodness, I have to make it fast for me to get control of the radio. We come home, all these little kids behind. I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to help. I'm not touching nothing. Football there. Why am I come work in the house for? I'll go play football. After that, then I come home. And when I come home, my woman fool. What you mean? Are you kidding me, Samson? And when I think about all kinds of stuff, it just brings a lot of sorrow to my mind. You didn't do anything. Pamela said, when she herself finished cutting, this is one of the things she would do. When she finished cutting, every Pamela, when we come home, she say, "Yo, Lord, what something you cut today? Look at the kind of Pamela something." Then people will start coming and begging for Pamela from me. I don't do nothing. She say I did. Then time to cook. Even to go get water, I will not do it. But yet still, she loved me. Not one that she said, "I'm not going to do this for you." So when time came for me to leave the house, to start doing things for myself, this is what she told me. "You know I love you. I have no problem. But this is where, if you make this kinds of mistake, I will disown you." And those of us from the countryside, if your mom and pa said or the family said they disown you, that's a big disgrace. None of us want to go through that. You don't want it. And the rule was, you go to Monrovia, I'm not coming for you. You're man, you stay and do what you can. But if I hear one time that you stole or stealing something, you go somewhere and finish stealing from somebody or something to support yourself or whatever, don't come back to Total, you're done. I left. And I really, really, really appreciate my mom. This is Valentine's Day. She's no longer with us. But this is what women go through. People, they deal with people like me. People like me. And never once would they say, "This is not my child." Even in Total, when she used to do all of those things, what my father was, playing Ludo under the flower tree. Those are your from the countryside. You know what I'm talking about, man. Come on, don't tell me say you're not like that. Father playing Ludo under the tree, under the flower tree. When the food finished, when she come from the farm, we come by. When she finished cooking, then she sent my little brother to go call the man to come eat. And none of us going to eat until the man put food on it. I mean, the man finished eating. Of course, the man, he's looking for it. He got money for meat and things like that. So everybody waiting for the man to come. So when the father comes, then he'll start eating. That's patient. That's patient from women. So on a beautiful day like that, I think and if I have the opportunity like this, I want to say to the women, congratulations. None of us as a man can say, I feel your pain. We ain't feel nothing. Because the kind of pain you go through, we ain't feel nothing. Nothing. Even if God had given us the ability to feel the pain, we'll just feel a little bit. You're not going to be able to feel the kind of pain that women go through. Let's come here in the United States. They're just as educated as the men. But they go to work just like the men. They come home, they got to take care of the kids. If I'm lying, please somebody write on there and say that I'm true. When they come, in the morning, everybody go to work. Or some of us, like in my case, I go in the morning, I come home, she goes in the night, stuff like that. But nevertheless, they take the care the kids get 95% from the mom. What do we do? Especially those of us from the countryside. You hold your son. Oh yeah, I'm a son. Y'all go on the football field. Yeah, I'm a son, man. Yeah, that's you hold it because you're proud of that. But when the baby was baby, in the night, when the mom said, "Can you go in the refrigerator?" Yeah, American. Can you go in the refrigerator and see if you can get a bottle? Yeah. But you don't know I gotta go to work in the morning. You got you're waking me up. What kind of milk business now? And sometimes she just say, okay, you know what? I'll just go ahead and take care of it. When the baby crying at night, who the first person that get up? They wake you up. You say, what would do? You see, I got today here. The baby cry, you pick the baby up. The mom got to take the baby. The mom taking care of the baby. Yeah, the man help with diaper changing and stuff like that. To make milk, baby milk. She making the milk. One hand making milk, the other one telling the other older children then to do their homework and what have you. That is the mother. Patient of a woman. My goodness. It's something to here. My older son, he right here. He come right now as I'm talking to you. He come right now and say, "Can I borrow your laptop?" I'll tell you, "Man, move from here, man." But when you go to a mom, can I borrow? Even if she can't make it, she'll say, "I'm using it right now. Can I? After I'm done, then maybe I'll let you use it." It's like, okay. But for me, I call it short because for me they look like competition. Something to folks. I'm just trying to give it to you as it is, and that's why when you have issues, women are not to be messed with. No, even if some of them don't even deserve it, you think that no, you don't mess with them because they think they women go through. You, the man. Some men will say, I can do them one. I can. Yeah. Go and see. You know what you need to do? Test yourself. Go get a bowling ball and tie it around your stomach just for maybe 2-3 days, and tell me if you can feel it. Bowling ball. I don't say nothing else. Bowling ball. Just put it somewhere and forget 2 days. It's a weekend. You got nothing to do. Go get a bowling ball, put it around yourself, and tie it around your waist. And see if you will let the bowling ball stay around you for 2-3 hours. Man, I beg your man. With me, thank you. Don't give up on us. Please. You are educated just like us. But for me, and I believe many Liberians respect you for who you are. Because things you do. Your patient level is unbelievable. Forget children. What's about some of the men then? They come from out. You and them come from out. You're feeling enjoying yourself. They're taking all their clothes, blue socks here, shoes there, pants here. They're leaving it ready to go to bed. In the morning when you tell them, why are you leaving? What do you mean about the sock can go anywhere? I'll pick it up later. So I just want to take my hat off this afternoon on this Valentine's Day to say, ladies, we appreciate you guys, to be honest with you. Thank you. Don't give up. Because even the remittance that go back to Liberia, many of you are responsible for that. I got my son over there. So my wife will say, okay, let's send a message thing. I said, yeah, let's go ahead. She gave it to me. I pinch it. I send the rest. But woman will not do that. Here in the United States, we have all these section organizations. Even ULAP. Go stand to you like sometimes when they're having the function. Go stand to the gate and see who's going to negotiate as they come through. For me, I negotiate all the time. Where are you? You know I block you? Well, I come in here, then you want me to pay $50. What kind of man there? I flew all the way from California to come to Philadelphia. Then you want me to pay $50? What kind of business there? Oh, something. Yeah. But the woman, it doesn't matter why she's from Australia or not. She comes and say, how much? Say $50. She open your purse, pay the $50. The woman will never argue. Never argue about gate fee. Despite the fact that many organizations, they have issue with finances, the women are the backbone. They continue to support the men. Go around the Liberian community, go around the Liberian organization in the diaspora and see how many women are in leadership position. Now the young women, oh man, y'all got a serious problem now. Now the young women of today, they are just as sophisticated as you are. They are just as smart, and they like to talk just like you. You can't eat over their head anymore. I love it. And I have a little daughter. So I tell my daughter, watch these people. A few people in the community, few women in our community. I said, watch these ladies. So nobody will eat. No, you're not going to eat over her head. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, when you go to the function, how many men you see standing behind the line feeding people? It's the women. If you go to the function, how many men you see holding pot, coming in, bringing pot in? Few. Most of them, women. You think the women, they know how to dance? Or you think they care to be bluffing too? But because of the culture, and because of they themselves, what is in them, the ability God gave them to be forgiven, the ability God gave them to be able to feed people, they always have that instance. It's within them. It's within the women. So I don't know why I'm opening my show like this. This is not even a me show, folks. But I just felt that I needed to do this because our sisters in the diaspora, even back home, it doesn't matter whether you're president wife or your president daughter, they all need to be respected. They all need to be respected. Here is the other thing I will end on here before I go finishing my safety stuff. Those of us that believe in higher power, the women carry you. There's no question asked. Right now, you can go and say, something, who's your father? I say, Bronto. I say, oh, is that right? But they can never say, who's your mom? I say, Miracle. They say, what? You sure? They will never say that. Because who can deny that? Who, after 9 months, who will be able to deny it? And then after the 9 months, then another 6 years, you're so attached. Who's going to deny it? Okay, let's go on, folks. Samson told, let me finish my safety. It's a safety issue, but I just want to take this special time to the ladies that continue to watch her, the ladies all over that are even watching. I want to say thank you, guys. Continue the job, because believe it or not, all the PhD them, some men say they get around here, without you taking care of the men children, how you think they will get a PhD then? So they get PhD, you got half of it. Half of that PhD is yours. Okay? So let me say thank you very much. We appreciate it. Continue to do what you do. Only God can pay you already. We ain't got money to give you. Only God can pay you. And God will continue to bless you. God will continue to bless you. And thank you for that. Safety. Let me go ahead and finish it up now, then I'll go on to my show here tonight. Folks, it's Friday afternoon. Please don't drink and drive. There are people that love you. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get hurt. And you don't want to hurt anyone else. So let's take it easy. Stay sober. Or even you want to do worse, go get yourself a bottle of beer or two or case or whatever, and go sit on your living room. You know, you can on the smart TV now, you can find Facebook on there and bring Samson to LPR on and start arguing with me. In about 2 hours, you're already drunk. You're going to sleep. You're not even finished my show. But guess what? It's at home. And the worst also, don't put your hand on people's daughter. Don't put your hand on your own children. Don't do that. The woman marry you. You pay no dowry in America. Nobody pay dowry. Of course, I pay dowry. And I pay. How much I pay for her? Say, I think. Let me think. I better be careful before she. Because so many times you want your money. I have money. I owe you faster. I went home to marry, so it's a culture. You pay dowry, and I've never let her forget that. I paid dowry. Then one day she got mad. Oh, you paid dowry? How much? I double it right now, she said. I triple your money, she said. So anyway, please let us stay connected and let's continue to love one another. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Let's start the show, folks. I'm sorry that I went off here, but I just thought that I'd do that because there's a certain time that you need to do something like that. Let's start the show. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. First thing first. This is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. Duly elected President, but things are not going well right now. That's our president, but things are not going well, to be honest with you. Let's go on. Let me play the other video of Dr. Weah during the election. You know, before I play this video, I just want to make this comment quickly. When I got back from Liberia after the inaugural program, one of the things that I used to say was this, that hopefully Dr. Weah was going to find room to pivot. You know, not necessarily getting rid of people, but do reshuffle. I think it's about time. If Dr. Weah refuse or just don't do reshuffle, then this government, it will be difficult for some of us to promote the pro-poor agenda that we take. Especially for me, my pro-poor agenda connection has to do with roles. Then it's going to be very difficult for people to promote these things, because you cannot continue to promote something when you believe in that person and those who are responsible to carry out specific function continue to fail. You don't have this is not a government of family relationship or friendship. This is a government to lead. Dr. Weah must, and I say must, reshuffle, because the things that are happening are called them unforced error. A lot of people don't use that language, but apparently they are not doing well. I can sit here and name those stuff, and I will do that tonight. But let me play this video for you. This is when Dr. Weah was going during the election, walking in the mud, and you're thinking that by him walking in the mud, by now the road connection business will be out of Monrovia right now, and they will be up in the countryside. And I think they're starting the process. But look at the gasoline issue. That's going to slow the process. Why is that? Why is that? And let me just tell you this right now. If you want to see what a good leadership is, if you want to see the ability of people to lead, for them to show you that they can lead, come to Philadelphia. I believe it's in April. Liberty Party going to be getting together. Intellectual. They're going to discuss issues. Liberty Party. The party that had the idea to fix Liberia, move Liberia forward. I say so, Samson To. Let's go ahead. Let's watch Dr. Weah, please.
Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. That woman hold the stage. No, I don't need show the road. You must stay. What kind of junior not tell before? No. No, I beg you.
There you have it. There you have it. Now let's go on. See, I've got two more videos to show you. This other video, Dr. Weir's not going to tell us how much he enjoyed the road business and the fact that he enjoyed the road business, but he's also going to explain to us, Liberian, to say, don't be sinking for me. Don't be praising me because this is my job. I'm the one supposed to be thanking you, the Liberian, for giving me the opportunity to do what I want to do to help move this country. But it ain't happening right now, Dr. We're not going anywhere. Things that are happening, I think my tone gonna be changing starting today. I think I will be respectful. I will be respectful. I'm not gonna call names or what have you. But I think I need to move, turn the dial a little bit because this thing is getting out. Let's go. Let me play this other video here very quickly. So Dr. Weir is going to tell us, thank you, but don't thank me. Let's watch.
This is the right thing to do. Our country, it doesn't matter how many homes we got here, if no roads, it's not completed. So I am happy with my road projects. From the capital to the hinterland, I will continue completing the road projects. Anyone that will come after me will find something else to do. But I think Liberia, being the first African Republic, also needs a road network. And this is what we're doing. You don't need to tell me that's my responsibility. I need to thank you for making me to serve the country. This is the right thing to do.
There you have it. This is the right thing to do. Don't thank me. I need to thank you for giving me the opportunity. Samson too. And let me just play this one here. The next video that I'm going to be playing for you right now, for me, is a clear indication of why we're in this mess we're in right now. It's clear indication of why we're in this mess. Even though this is a construction process, but the failure of these people to recognize the sequence of how to move the ball forward is also affecting other sectors of the government. People pretend to know, and yet still they are unable to function. They are unable to produce. And because they don't have the ability to produce, what do? They find enemy of the state. I will continue to say that. This what the video, it's just a very 2-second clip. They have a project. And in construction, anything else, it's not just construction. Even your schoolwork, you identify subjects. You identify what you're going to, first of all, you say, well, I'm going to write about this. Okay, if I'm going to write about it, what is about this that I'm writing about? And you find those key points. how do I expand on those key points? And you go on that. What is the particular word in these key points that I need to emphasize on? And you go on before you look, your idea becomes expand out and it becomes beautiful. It's the same process. Construction, go with sequence. First thing before you start construction, what am I constructing? You identify what it is. And after that is done, what are the conflicts within this construction process? Because any construction, especially a rehab project, because if a thing that was built before you started rehabbing the area, so there will be some conflict with things that are already there that are not part of the process that you're trying to make or trying to put in place. And therefore, those conflicting items must be identified. How do you rectify the conflict? It is then becomes essentials in the process of carrying on the construction process to its finality. To be able to go ahead and do it, people know, people see you're done. But why? What's happening here? These people give the job, they got the job, okay, and then 75% of the job is done. Now the president comes out to inspect, and then they're telling him, we're going to have some issue because the light pole in the way. Light pole, a utility pole is in the way. So the president, he himself, he's not even a construction person, he's not an engineer. But it like, how stupid can you guys be? Why is it now on the job you almost done? Then he telling me, say, light pole in the way. So he was surprised and he asked a question. Oh, so the light pole in the way? And I will play that for maybe 2 or 3 times for you, and I want you to listen to it. Oh, so when LIBERIA, when you hear LIBERIA say, oh, that means they're surprised. When you hear LIBERIA, when they're talking, you say, oh, my man, welcome. Then he say, oh, that means he's surprised. If he's surprised, you always use the oh. Watch this video. These people supposed to have identified all of those issues before coming here, and now they're going to tell Dr. Weah lipo in a way. And Dr. Weah said, oh, lipo in a way. Listen to this. Samson told LeBron Public. And this, for me, is a clear indication why we have mess in Liberia. People going to estimate gasoline in the reserve, and they're missing it by 3-something million gallons. What kind of people? What kind of? This is not calculus. This is not finite elements. This is not a high math degree. These are 2 + 2 issue, and you can't come up with an estimate. They got stuff measurement that you put in, that you take out. They tell you how deep the reservoir is. And most of the people that are working in those areas, they should be fluid mechanic people. They know something about fluid. They know something about pressure and fluid in a tank. What is the pressure? They know all these things. So don't come tell me, say, oh, maybe the pressure gauge must have fooled. Nobody fooled nothing. They just refuse to follow the rule. Let's watch this video. Man, this is ridiculous. Let's watch this video. And now the president going to be surprised. He's going to say, oh, so the light pole in the way. Listen to this. I'll be quiet and you listen.
Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. Was light pole in the way? Yeah.
Okay. There you have it. Oh, but light pole in the way. Why are you telling me now? He's thinking to himself. But these are the kinds of things we have in Liberia. And because of this, even though this is a minor issue, but this minor issue have now turned to something that had means to destroy a lot of good things that people are trying to do in our country. the people having issue with gasoline. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. But that's what we have. That's what we have, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me go on here. Okay, my gasoline issue here tonight, folks. You heard already that they have some trucks came from neighboring countries, Sierra Leone, give us some gasoline to bring to Liberia, and but then again, the amount of trucks that are coming in, even if it is what they said, can they distribute that all over the country? Or you expect people from Grand Gila to come to Monterey and buy gas and take it back? Or are the gasoline, according to Eugene Falcon, they're supposed to go from county to county, I guess? What kind of people, what is this? And that, no, I made a statement earlier about Liberty Party, and maybe perhaps it came across as being joke. But I'm very serious. Few years back, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not too sure about Liberty Party Liberia, because I've not had the opportunity to actually operate with our brothers and sisters back home. But the Liberty USA, Liberty Party USA here, before the convention, before the election, Liberty Party had a convention over there in Vanyama, if you remember. In fact, they got kicked out of the Vanyama City Hall. That was just a bad politics. It was raining that night. I was on the air with them. I was live at that time. LIBERIA Public Radio, we still have an internet, and I was carrying it live. President Phyllis Swa was in Liberia, who was trying to connect the Councillor Brunskin with the radio station and what have you. We couldn't get Councillor Brunskin because at that time the former President VP was also visiting Liberty Party, so they were having that discussion. But I was able to listen in that these people were kicked out of the city hall in Vanyama, and the Liberty Party people gave them place for them to be what it was raining. There's another guy called D. Salo. He was helping me that night, and it was raining, and Liberty Party members in Vanyama and those that went to Vanyama refused to get out of the rain. They said, we don't care. And Liberty Party showed themselves to be intelligent as a group, because the agreement have already been made. I think payment was made also to utilize the Vanyama City Hall, but because of Unity Party being involved and what have you, they refused for Liberty Party to use that particular venue. So somebody else gave them place that night. But that's besides the point. The point that I want to make here about Liberty Party is this. While we were here, we got word from and folks. I'm heavily involved in Liberty Party. Quite recently, they were taking a back seat because we're getting old now too. Anyway, but I was involved. So anyway, we got word. So under the leadership, Mr. Swat and other folks, other advisors and things, that it's okay. Why don't we come out with a policy statement from Liberty Party USA that perhaps can be sent to the folks over there in Liberia, and they can incorporate that into their convention platform, whatever. So the way we did it, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to leak our secret out. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm keeping it. I don't want to tell you. The apology, I will keep it. I will keep it, because who knows, Liberty Party might want to employ that same process again. But what I can tell you is this. With me and my big mouth, what I can tell you is this: the process that was put in place here in the United States, I've never seen any. I mean, I have visited other organizations and things, but I've not seen them do that, to come up with the way we did that one time. Okay, but I'm not gonna go that far. But let's forget that. But the point here, let's come back to CDC and this government. Okay, CDC, you guys been out of power and seeking political power for 12 years. These kinds of things shouldn't be happening. By this time, you should be able to have people in place. People, you got one thing I want to say here clearly tonight. Seditionists are highly educated. There's no question asked. I'm not even questioning their ability to perform. These people have some of the best educated people Liberians have ever. They're part of CDC. Why are they having issues? Issues that have to do with policy. Issues that have to do with implementation. Issues that have to do with planning. All of these people, have you ever take your time sometime and read the how do you call it, propo agenda? And just read it just from a logical standpoint, and you will understand that these people are educated. Why is it that we're having a dredging problem? Don't you know that? The first time a ship comes, before these people do dredging, they tell you, they give you schedule. We're going to dredge, and then after setting that, they estimate. Because they know the movement of the ocean. The ocean moves, and therefore anything that is on the ocean, including the gravel and everything else, move with it. The ocean is not static, it's dynamic. What's wrong with that? So as the ocean moves, these people that go around do dredging all over the world, they know these things. We do dredging today. After maybe 6-7 months, this thing gonna come back, and they give you schedule. They don't do it. They're not doing it free. They want money. So I'm sure those who are responsible for the dredging process, they have the schedule. They know exactly after a certain time, this thing gonna cloud back out. Okay? I don't believe it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me go on. Okay, so they know very well that this thing gonna clap back out. All right. What do? Most likely ignore the process, ignore the whole thing. So as the time went by, the dirt started falling back in, and I'm sure at certain point, those big ship that used to come in, they started complaining, we can't make it, because according to radar, whatever they sonar, whatever they have, they can tell that it's not deep enough. You would think these people would go and take action? No, they were not concerned with it. Their concern was, okay, as long Liberian Samson told them continue to say container here, and a container ship can die with, that's fine. Yeah? Okay. If you know, we got some Liberians who are mechanical engineers. Or even other countries. If you know you don't want to dredge the place, put a pipe all the way to the deeper part of the ocean and let the people pump the gasoline or whatever fluid through the pipes into the storage tank. But you don't do that. And when the problem started, first thing is, like I said, you don't know nothing, you deny. That's the first thing you do. If you don't know nothing, not only do you deny, but you find an excuse by blaming other people because you have no clue whatsoever. And these people got position. I was in Monrovia. during the inaugural program. And everyone that was there know people were paying money for position. Paying money for position. Why were Samson told pay money to be an engineer in Liberia? God forbid. I will pay you fasten nothing. I will not give you fasten because I know my job. If you want me to do that job, I'm not giving you anything. If anything, I'm going to be getting a pay cut anyway. Why would I want to pay you? For what? Unless I know nothing about what the position I'm looking for. And so I pay. And then when I pay, then what's the next thing coming? People who's supposed to do the job, we're supposed to pay, then the government say, okay, Samson, you have the money, pay people, then I take my cut. Because the fact that I have no clue of this position, I don't know anything about the position, so I don't know the importance of making sure these activities of whatever the money is being paid for are carried out, because I have no clue. So I take my money, I take my cut and pay the other people. So okay, the people want money, so you get the money, they do the work according to the pay they get. And this is exactly what we have. This is exactly what we have, and people will continue to do these things to us. Don't tell me they are not educated. That I will not accept. But they are mismatched and go to a position they don't belong to. I don't know exactly what they're looking for, prestige or what. No way. So what do? The graduate said to, and the part that I'm really, really sad about is my former professor, Wilson Tapper, Dr. Wilson Tapper, highly educated. But for me, if this was Wilson Tapper, the professor, if it was that age that I know Wilson Tapper, you think was not going to happen? You think was not going to happen because he's smart. He's not going to let things go easily. Yes, the man was teaching accounting at GWGC, and when he comes to school at night, after teaching maybe 30 minutes of accounting, the rest of it is about the government of the Republic of Liberia and what the government is doing wrong, why people are not getting things they're supposed to get. He will give us that lecture. I told you here the other day. But when you get to a certain age, and you continue to say you want to be among these young people, you will get burned. Because this type of position, they require reading, constant reading to keep up. To keep up. Not just at work. After work, you're reading. You hear me right now? I come from work. You think I take the paper right now and go sit down in front of the TV to be reading? The TV, after 10 minutes, the TV will be watching me. I'm not watching TV again. That TV watching me. Then how much more about Dr. Tapper? How long you think can he stay up at night to try to read? These are the kinds of problems we will need people. And that's why this country is so effective, because they get people who are still young and they have the ability to produce. They can read, they can do research, they can do just about anything. When they get to a certain age, then they move up to the next position for them to relax and be like a teacher, a mentor to those who coming in. And this is the kind of position people like Dr. Tapper should have been taking. An advisor. And the fact that you are well known in Liberia when it comes to economy, president and the rest, and even a young man who will be minister of commerce, they will be making reference to you. They will be calling you every night. Oh man, they say, what do you think? Even if you don't know, but the fact that the people come to you. But when you the old man like this, that you make that kind of mistake, who we gonna go to? This is a question. And these are the kinds of stuff, the problem we always face. And that's why we continue to face these kinds of stuff. Mismatch. Not recognizing their potentials in other areas. That's bad. That's bad. You're not hurting anybody except the president and the country. The president puts, oh, the man, he know nothing, and the man are making good decisions. No, far from it. Far from it. Far from it. And I will argue again this afternoon. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I'm not a member of CDC. In fact, I was one of the, if you go back to do research during the election, I was one of those here screaming, just I'm screaming now, that sedition was not capable of leading our country. That sedition was not, they're not disciplined. And when I went home, I went to CDC headquarters. I thought they were going to recognize me, and the fact that I was always against it, I thought they were going to whoop me. I told you guys this story before. But I was taken over there, and Mono recognized that I needed to ask questions. I asked my question as a journalist, and the question I asked him was, I made to him. I said, I'm one of those who says sedition was not discipline. How did you guys able to put your people together and hold them together this long? And he explained. The people used to provoke us before, and then we just kowtow to them. And now, for this time, we don't care. The provoker, we said we're going to keep quiet and stay and follow the rules. I just throw that in there. But if you have the ability to do something, you don't pay for job. And those who are collecting money for people to work in areas that they're not able to work, yes, there's stuff here now. Nobody calling anybody name right now except the president. In fact, and I'm not even going to touch that because I have no proof of that anyway. But this is what we have. This is why we did not recognize that there's not enough reserve. The thing they ain't happening overnight, but people decide to ignore. Like I said, it's fluid in the tank. Okay, so pressure. They got pressure gauge. My people, these things are not. They're not. Look, you got to be careful. The white people come and build these tank. When they build these, because they're fluid, they don't just pull it in there and leave it like that. They are setting activities around building a tank to put fluid in it. Let me give you a little engineering, on that. And I'm not too versed in that area, but I'll do my best. But they have gauges. They have these valve gauges and things like that. Because here's the thing. Gasoline, I'm not too sure where they're keeping it. But they have some that are underground. You know, the gas station you go to, they got the tanks underground. But they don't just put it underground. When they dig the ground, they put gravel around it to allow the tank to breathe. And if it's above ground, then you have to deal with atmosphere pressure. And they have a formula for those things. So the gauge, you don't open it like you open rest part. Oh, the rest done it. Oh, okay, cover it. Ain't done it. Let it steam. Y'all go out a few more minutes around. Soon get done. That's not how it works. You don't go taking the rest and do like that. Oh, the rest, yeah, getting soft a little bit. That's not how it works. The gasoline in there, whatever fluid content that you have. I'm not too sure if it's gasoline at the time, but whatever fluid content you have, these white people come and build these things. They have pressure, relief valve. They have measuring gauges. So all of these things are there. If you can't read these gauges, why you accept the job? Why must you be put in a position that you know you're incapable of performing? It's not one of those things in total. You put a dipstick in it and you take it out and look at, a 3/4. That's not how it works. I'm sure these things are computerized. They have laptops. They have all these things in these offices. If you can't perform those jobs, leave. Don't suffer us. Man, this is ridiculous. You got young Liberians here in the diaspora that have trained themselves in this area. Get these people to come and work for you. Get them to come and do this job. They don't have to come from Nuclear Town. They don't have to come from the southeastern end. It doesn't matter where they come from. They're Liberians. They want to work. They want to produce. They want to move this country. What part of it you guys don't understand? And you sit there every night, every day, complain over complain about this government. The government not doing this. And you continue to repeat these things. When the gasoline shortage started, it didn't happen overnight. The first thing, you started threatening people that people were making it up. They want to undermine the government. And therefore, the making story also the government will look bad. And here we are. Instead of you to say, wait a minute, why are these people saying this? Are they making it up? Let's look at it. Quick, call the people that are responsible. Let's look at it. But instead, you started chasing enemy of the state until things started going hectic. Then you say, oh, now they set up a committee to investigate. Investigate what? What are you investigating? Okay. Folks, this is Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Give me a minute and I will be right back. Let me try to straighten one or two things up here very quickly. Public Radio. I want to thank those of you that continue to stay with us here. We were having some little issue here, but I hope that's been resolved. But anyway, I'm not going to be here that long now because I think I don't want to mess up any more than I have. But first of all, I want to thank those of you that continue to stick with us. We say thank you very much. We appreciate it. But let me go ahead and finish my statement here. And the point that I was making was this. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, the point that I was making here before I started having the issue was this. If you can't perform a specific job, it's a government job, but people depending on you. If you can't do these little stuff, then you don't need to. As a leader of an organization, as a leader of an agency, you're supposed to have a capacity building process. You're supposed to have training where these young people that are coming, or even those that are working, because these things changes every day. You have to train people to be able to work in this area. That's what makes you a leader. Because if you train these people, if you have a training section to be able to keep up with the work, you won't have these kinds of things like this. Okay, let's just say, for example, so if there's how do these people get their gas? I don't know. I'm just going to speculate on this. So the gas tanker go to a specific reserve and they put the gas in there. Okay, so say for example, you have 5 gallons of tank or whatever, and you decide, okay, I'm going to give out 2 gallons here today. So how many gallons left? So I'm sure these people have the paperwork because they need to do that in order to keep the inventory. But you're coming up with 1.1 million gallons that you have, and then you're telling people you have 4.4 million gallons. Why is that? Why is that? You want to tell me the gas evaporated overnight? So when these kinds of things happen, and you have people who will speculate, and then they come out and say, "Oh, the president, the people." How people are supposed to defend that? How can you even comprehend the fact that they have this amount of gallon, and then out of a second they say this is what we have now? How are you supposed to talk about it? It was so bad. Eugene Falcon can talk like nothing else. They had an interview with him. He couldn't even handle it. There's no way. He said, well, the people are doing the investigation. That's about it. That's about it. This is bad. The president going to have to take action. This is not, it's not about playing games. People's lives depend on these things. The president going to have to take action. You don't necessarily have to fire people, but move them around. And those who cannot perform, identify them and tell them to take back seat. This is not good. The the first time writer wrote about that about a week or so ago. They connected the missing of the 3.3 million gallon to that of a missing $16 billion. You people in the government. I'm not too sure. After 12 years, okay, if some of you cannot perform, go and get people like Manuba Malu then. Why would Manuba Malu just become a chairperson? Can he not perform some of the duty? He's educated as well. Move people around. Then after that, hold on, folks. Excuse me 1 minute. I just got a text here. I have to address that quickly. Please bear with me. Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, folks, this is Samson told LeBron Public Radio. First of all, I want to thank all of you that continue to follow. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. And let me go on. So the people that are at the gas company, whatever the LPRC, whatever they call themselves, if you can't function, don't embarrass us. Just leave. Some of you going to have to, if you find out this president is not the kind of person that fire people, please do us a favor and just tell the president, I can't handle this. This is just too much for me. But you don't want to do that. You want the president, and the president is not the type of person that can just go ahead and fire people unless they have so much, like what happened with the housing situation. You continue to stay in a position that you know you can't do much. Okay? And that's one of the things why alien government, even as bad as things were, but you never notice much. You never notice much because they were able to cover a lot of stuff. However, they were able to perform. But this government, you came to power, started making heavy for nothing noise. And I will say that. Telling people to shut up, they will not question you. And all of these things, the opposition are not causing these things on you. You came to power. 12 years. You guys were there. We want these people can't do it. They can't make it. Government, Liberian people trusted you and gave you the power. No gas. The next thing I'm hearing now is about water. Why are we going through this? And don't tell me the president can't make it. It's not about the president. Yeah, the president appoint people, but you expect the president to go all over and do all of these work? No, that's not how it works. The president delegate, and people are supposed to perform. You don't perform, leave. I don't know why I'm getting upset for it. I'm not even. let me put some fun in there because I'm getting upset, folks. Yeah, man, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. You got the president looking like he hasn't even touched anything in his life positive before. What next? After the gas, water, what next? People building road in the rainy season. What next? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. The president asked that we give him time, and I'm hoping that Liberians will agree with that and give him time, and maybe he can fix this. Everyone was hoping that during the speech of the nation, speaking to the nation, perhaps when he had that thing the last time, maybe he was going to come out and say, okay, this person, you go there, this person. Nothing. No come. And here's the other thing: the COP requested, and he said, "Oh, we'll talk during the state of the nation." Nothing. Not the whole 2 hours. The only time President started speaking really to the nation about the 25 minutes before the end of the speech. What is going on? What is going on? Why people are behaving like this to their own people? Why is that? Money? If you follow them, and this is what they do in Africa. They use this position to enrich themselves, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Here's the problem from here on until the end of time. This is the problem Liberians, whoever come to power, you're going to have with Liberians. And take it from me. Liberians, young Liberians are the sophisticated nowadays. And the young people that are coming after will be more. more intelligent, highly educated that are coming. They're educating themselves. Because when they come in these diaspora, they're not just patching cartoon and they're all going to school. They're educating themselves. You think they're going to remain quiet for you to do this kind of thing? No, they're not going to sit tight. After graduation and things like that, and you think they will be quiet? No. Even in my own country, they're having some serious problem. The election coming, watching, you will see. The young people's eyes are open. They can read. And to make things worse, the electronic age nowadays, it just blow everything out. You can't lie anymore. Then when the gasoline stick, instead of, sometimes these people need to understand. Even if you're wrong, but be truthful, people will say, yeah, he's wrong, but he's telling the truth. There will be some people that will forgive you. But you're wrong. Then you lie on top of it, and you want people to be quiet. Then you being ridiculous. First thing they started, they think they gasoline, they rumor you're sparing around here, you want to undermine this government. What government people are trying to undermine? Every day, Samson too is on here. Dr. Weir is doing this. Who's undermining what? The critics and your COP, those people are very useful to the government. If the government were to allow the people that Costa to have radio station, you remember Costa talk about the dredging basin a long time ago. But because you want to silence, because they don't have anything to produce, they will make sure those people that continue to bring these things to light are silenced. And what's the best way to silence them? They are your enemy, Mr. President. We watch these things. In Tubman Town, you know how to call it PRO. In Tubman Town, you know how to call it PRO. They are new PRO now. But the sad thing about that, these people also, the PRO, they're also sophisticated. They know how to make things for the president to say, that president, yeah, I can't deal with them. And these kinds, because they cannot produce, they will not give you anything. My Monday show is gonna be firework. The coalition, they're having some serious issue happening. You think that the gas on the fire, but then when the fire cold, if the fire can't go, or the smoke will be coming until they resolve it, and that will be my show Monday. But right now, it's okay. So, yeah, my man. What kind of people? What is this? These people are. So, the thing that confused me a little bit on this whole thing is this. These people, I know, they're educated. I know these people can solve problems. I know. Because once you get to a certain level, managerial position, you should be able to solve problems. I know. But why is it? These same people now, you bring them here in the United States and give these kinds of positions to them. They will perform so well, you will not even believe it. But when they get to Liberia, then they just put that aside. You got minister telling us, when we harmonize your salary, you must harmonize your beard. That your business? Yeah, now you harmonize. You can't harmonize the girl too now. Well, harmonize people's salary, people harmonize their beard. Yours, you also harmonize the girl's situation. What kind of business is this? This is Liberia. For goodness sake. You gotta be careful. Your problem you have is not that you are not educated, but you refuse to look ahead, and you refuse to accept that the sophisticated young Liberians will not sit down for you to run over their head. And the media, You got people in Total right now, when they want to go live, they will go live and show Total. How are you going to stop that? Unless you cut the internet out of Monrovia. But even if you try that, the noise you're going to get. So your best bet to be able to cope with this thing and work out things, first of all, you're going to have to accept that you're running a country. That you got stupid people like Samson told and me. Stupid people like me. I'm also part of that country. What are you going to do? Because you are stupid, you're not going to deal with me. You can't do that. So you have to provide, you have to devise some sort of a policy that perhaps can deal with stupid people like Samson told. If you approach all of us like that, okay, there's Samson told, yeah, he's stupid. Okay, this is one policy. You can't understand. You able to distinguish between sophisticated policy. So what you do? This is Samson to a stupid people that own a policy. But instead, what are they doing? They put all of us, including the geniuses we have among us, they put them into my category. And then they say that we're going to do that. Then you will fail. Because the geniuses we have among us, the sophisticated young Liberians we have, they will not let you do that. They will expose you. And as long as you continue to expose these ill in the society, your partner, your international partner will look and see. We got to run to Sierra Leone. You know what that look like now for Sierra Leone government? Sierra Leone come from war too. Liberia come from war. In the international community, I said, wow, Sierra Leone just ate your lunch the other day on Costa. Now, yeah, again, you're going to go over there to go beg them for gas. And we appreciate what they did to us, for us. But in the international community eyes, anybody you want to do business in West Africa, Liberia is not a safe place for that. I'll go to Sierra Leone. If Sierra Leone can manage for people to come and beg them for gas, a whole country coming to beg for gas, buy from them, they can manage. So I think if I do business over there, I will have some good dividends. So we'll continue with these two items now, these two activities will continue to promote Sierra Leone economy to the international community. Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans themselves, we're promoting them, which is not a bad thing, but at the expense of Total people. Okay? All because we don't want to follow the rules. I'm sure these people that are running the LPRC or whatever they call them, they have rules sets. They have rules. If you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and this is a conclusion. They have those things. So for her to come out, and you heard the other story, blaming the people that manage the free port. They said they don't want to scare. The people came back quick. Said, please, I beg you, madam, don't put us in the thing here. If you ain't able to handle it, you put it down. You can't put it down. Don't put us in it. Why? These people are educated though. They're supposed to be people who find way for Liberian lives to move forward. And you want to sit here and let's just continue to blame the president? Yeah, you say the buck stop with the president. I agree with that argument. That's fine. But there are certain times we're all Liberians. The president not going outside of Liberia to go borrow people to come and help manage their economy, manage the affairs of the country. These are all Liberians. They must love Liberia in order for them to accept those positions. Because there will come time, those positions that you're following, that you're failing, you will have to sacrifice for the good of all. And if you don't have that in heart, then this is what we have. Because I'm sure it didn't happen overnight. So there were people, there were indication that this thing is coming. But because of your not loving the country, you don't pay attention to it. You don't care. You didn't care. You only care now because you've been exposed. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Anyway, let's just continue to pray. Before I open the line, because I was having some issue here, before I open the line, let me say this as well. And this message go to the COP. Because I've been perusing from Facebook, I've been perusing Front Page Africa and all of news magazine from Bygone. I've not heard anything COP had come up with. COP, you also, I know many of you love Liberia. There's no question asked. And I'm not questioning your patriotism, none whatsoever. But look at the kind of hard time Liberian people are going through. What is your proposal? What are you suggesting this government need to do? Yeah, you come and say, oh, but we told the government to do certain things. The government said they were going to they were going to implement those things during the State of the Union address. They didn't. Yes, that's a different issue. This is a hot potato. What is your proposal? What are you proposing? What are you saying this government need to do? Don't just look for some sort of an excuse or the people not able to do it. We understand that. The government was elected. You know very well the government is not going to get kicked out overnight. The election is not till 4 years from now. I said 4 years, I mean maybe what, 5 years, 3 years from now, maybe 3 to 4. Okay? So within that time, why if these things continue to happen? What you want Liberian to do, to kick the government out in a chaotic situation? I don't think so. So what is your proposal? I said here the other day, COP should propose something and send it to the government, send a copy of that to the international partners so that they will know, because when COP is recognized all over the world. Liberian international partner recognize COP as an effective organization. There's no question asked. Anybody who want to say anything like that, you're fooling yourself. Because they have recognized COP. First, they have the June 7th demonstration. Nothing happened. They have the respect for COP. Then, the December 30th. But because of the high respect they have for the COP, and they know when COP called people were going to come, they decided to approach COP to respond the demonstration, the protest. COP agreed. And when COP agreed to that, that also put them in a good book with the international partner of Liberia. So COP has been recognized already. But this is when you show your juice, COP. It's not just calling people, let's get in the street. This, the government seems to be failing. I'm just saying. That's not what it is right now. But there are certain areas the government is incapable of performing. One of them is this gasoline issue. What is your proposal? Say, read it to the Liberian people. I haven't heard anything. Maybe you guys have a press conference. I don't know about it. What are some of the things that this government need to do in order for these things to be resolved? And I'm not being naive, because you can put that proposal together, you go to the government, we will not even look at it. You say come from Costa and people may throw that thing away, man. That the first thing will say, that's okay. But that you have demonstrated to the Liberians, not just you call them to get in the street, but in time of need, you're there. And suggesting and proposing how these things can be resolved quickly so that Liberians can get on their feet. Where is it, COP? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. These are the time. These are the time you show something tangible, so that you can be continuing for people to count on you. Don't wait until when the anger started boiling over, then you say, let's go protest. They will listen to you. But here's the issue right now, and you COP, and I respect that. The fact that you guys said you were not going to call for protest, I respect that, because this is past policy, protest against policy, protest for policy, protest to talk about that. This is past. This is anger for food, anger for jobs, anger for products, anger for demeaning people as a human being, anger for people not being able to provide for their family. The anger level, people are very angry in Liberia. So the fact that COP are staying away from calling for protest, I respect it, and I really, really appreciate that. But they shouldn't stop there. They should also put forward some sort of a proposal. The COP are also intellectual, highly educated group. They are not fly-by-night people, but this is a time for them to show themselves. Not only do we criticize, but in terms of issues affecting our people, this is our own proposal. Liberians, not only do we call you guys in the street to protest most of the time, but this is what we want the government to do. Hopefully, the government will implement some of those things, and if they don't, it's on them. It's not on you. But to sit quiet and nothing coming from COP at this time, I don't know. That's not good enough. They have a meeting today and they're going to take a press conference, and that's not good enough. The government saying that they're going to bring people going to be relieved in 2 weeks. The COP now you have a meeting, and whatever the conversation coming from them, if you guys going to stay meeting for more on whole night in order to come to a resolution, for that resolution to be put on paper and be read to the Liberian people, you need to do that. You need to do that, because when you call people, they listen to you. COP right now, and of course I'm gonna leap over a tall building this afternoon, folks, and I don't mind falling. And if I fall, if I say something that is not quite correct and somebody prove me wrong, I won't mind eating crow. COP right now, I don't mind saying this. They are way, way ahead of most of the political party in Liberia. COP is more respected as an institution than most of the Liberian political opposition political party. It combined, let me put it that way. Because COP organization level is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And I give them that. So right now, many Liberians are looking up to COP, specifically their chairperson. So I think COP need to do something, need to come up with something. And again, I'm not being naive. I know this government and these people will not accept anything from COP. I know that. However, they need to send something. So when time comes tomorrow, when question comes, say yeah, and this will be one of those. When this thing happens, we send our proposal to the president. They didn't do anything. Aha. Samson to LeBron Public Radio, folks. First of all, I'm very sorry about the breakup earlier. That I was on the road there for a minute, and then of course technology nowadays, you can be, like I said, Liberians, they're not playing around. They're not playing around. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. It's been a wonderful evening, folks. Is it Friday? Oh yes, Friday. I'm going to be doing music tonight. I will put on the phone. People call for maybe 15 minutes, and then after that, it's Valentine's Day. I will entertain myself. You can leave if you want. You can stay if you want, but I will encourage you to stay and let's enjoy ourselves together. Samson told LeBron Public, let me go ahead and put the number up. On a very serious note, things that are happening right now. Let me check this thing out quick. Folks, first of all, please allow me to calm down because I was high there for a minute because anybody will be upset. Any one of us. You don't have to be on this platform. You don't have to be a radio personality or LPR personality to be upset. Anything, as long as you're Liberian, because these things affect lives. They affect lives, and here's the thing that is most discouraging as far as I'm concerned. I know many young Liberians here in the diaspora that can perform in these different capacities way better than some of these people, but they're not being asked. They're not being asked, and here's the thing that is very painful because I know that. The people, the CDC led government will sit down and wait until the young people, here's the thing here, the young sophisticated Liberian, they're doing good in the diaspora. They're making money, tons of it. Some of them when they came here, I will repeat that again. Some of them when they came here with maybe $5-10 in their pocket. Go check their bank account right now. They can buy the whole of total. Samson too. I'm just giving it to you as it is. Look at their houses. Look at the cars they drive. Look at them when they go to the function. Look at them. Successful. So if they were to even take a job in Liberia, it would be a pay cut. Don't get me wrong. But most of them are willing to do that because they want to help. But here's what's happening. This discouraging part is they're not going to call them until United States. That's one thing I like about the United States. You come here, you educate yourself, they say, okay, we'll get you a job. Then they squeeze it out, they squeeze you. They squeeze that energy out of you. You work hard, you get good pay, but you're working, and that's energy going out of you. So when you get to a certain age, then Liberia say, oh, my man, we can't help us now. But I tell you, you can't even climb the hill anymore. There you go, you're like, what's in top here? Professor Tappet. I love that guy. He's very, very intelligent, but I don't know what happened. By the way, let me put a number up, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. I just thought I'd throw that. I'm very serious. No, it's very serious. Okay, I agree, but you're not just right. You're put it up here. You call me. Let's have the conversation. You don't let me just talk along all by myself. You have the number there. Samson told LeBron Public. You have the number there, folks. Give me a call. No, they're not. Samson told LeBron Public. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Hello? Oh, hold on, don't go. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Are you calling from LIBERIA Public Radio?
Yeah, I'm calling to LIBERIA Public Radio.
Thank you for calling. What's on your mind, man?
To start, my name is Koto Jala Balayan, calling from New York City.
Thank you, Madam Banya. Thank you for calling. We appreciate it. Go ahead, express yourself this afternoon or this evening.
Yeah, Mr. Toll, thank you so much. And I really appreciate you so much. Every time you come, you amaze me a lot and come up with cool ideas. You think you're angry, but I was more angry than you were. I'm telling you. And I sit here where I sit every day. I'm angry, and if I could do something about the situation, I could do it. But it's just so sad that we are still talking, and we will continue to talk. I heard you talking about what is the COP doing and with the gas situation. I'm not part of the COP, but with what the COP has been doing with the pressure and with the idea and with suggestions the COP has been making to this government has not adhered to any of these suggestions. Government have not come to lay or even implement one of them. Because what I do, like, for example, if my critics came and, criticize me, what do? I go back and sit in my closet and examine myself. What have I not done right to adjust myself? But the same thing repeating and even worse than what have been happening. So I kind of like, it exhausts me, even the few people. It's not that they go on options. Because nothing has been done by, the suggestions that have been given. And then, it's sad. So I think that's where they find themselves from. Because when I listened the other day, close to what he was saying, that they're not going to protest. Because what are they going to do again? You do something and nothing, no output, no outcome. It's frustrating. I think they might do something, but I think this is where they are. That you say something and nothing is done. I think, it's frustrating, actually. I think they're where they are. I want to thank you so much for having me to have this.
Thank you, but let me ask you this before you. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this before you go, ma'am. You're saying that, and what you're suggesting and what you're saying is also true. That COP have done more. They have put up some stuff, and the government refused to implement those things. I agree with you, but does it mean that then, because of that, COP should stop proposing?
No, that stop. Even about this one dragging of the airport, it was said before. It was said. Things that have been happening that the government is hiding. If they expose every day, and they are not covering up, it's even getting worse. Like what the other people say, it gets worse every day. But I think what the government now should be the person now to be looking into what they have been hearing before. Then they go back onto their drawing board. What the suggestions that have been made to them, then they go back to them. Because it's like you go on the option of what to tell them. The only thing is we will continue to talk. We just talk about it. And that's all we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Again, we have Mr. Gali. Ashwa Gali is with us. We say thank you very much, the Giant. Thanks for joining. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Mr. Tour, this is Mr. Amos Joe calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Josh. Go ahead, sir. Hello? Mr. George, are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Tour, I told you the other night, this thing is for corruption and incompetent people. Let me lay out something. The Beaumont Pier and Air Transit Pier is not managed by the ATM terminal, no. It's directly by the free port of Monrovia, and that's where the bigger ship's supposed to land. There are documents to prove that they informed people ahead of time, far ahead of time, that they needed to drag this area. I think the report said that they said about 12 meters deep, and I think right now about nine something. So the ship cannot come in no way. The ATM terminal manages the smaller vessels that come through that's the one they are responsible for, not the big vessel. And NASA is exclusively managed by the port of Liberia, the free port of Liberia. But these people are so corrupt. They be eating the money. That's the only reason they didn't drag that place. Eating the money. But I challenge the president. Whether he going to fire anybody from this or reprimand anybody. Are you telling me millions of gallons will evaporate from the tank? There's no leakage, nothing. How do I think the petrol, the crew out of the tank, they were not measuring the gauge to see? Or they didn't see the pressure dropping when there's a leakage somewhere? They couldn't see that? This was talk to us to say that we don't have no sense of direction. We don't have no sense that we can just get a credit for anything they will believe it. And this is what happened. The FPRC management, the port, the Commerce Ministry. For me, I don't even want to put too much blame on Wilson Tappe. It's just that maybe they want to use him as a guy to throw under the bus. But where were the FPRC management? How did people use? How they let the fuel from the tank? How they let it from the port? For FPRC, how they let it from FPRC that nobody is checking? So everybody just doing their own thing? Is that what they're telling the Liberian people? The free port management, their government approved that the management knew long ahead of time. These people were telling them, look, vessel will not come. You're trying to get this port before vessel. But no, they took it. They said, man, we'll bring a small vessel. Where is the money they put in? The landing fee of the vessel. What happened to it? What happened to it? Now you got to go rush to a businessman. I mean, some got to go to Freetown to bring in 20 tankers. Now, gas consumption in Liberia right now they say it's about 160,000 to 170,000 a day. So the 20 tankers, each of the tankers I think goes up take about 8,000 gallons. So you do the math. And look at the situation today in Liberia. So how long that gas going to last for? And then they say, I think 1 million will be coming Sunday. They say nobody even get the assurance. So if that 1 million come in, and people are consuming that amount of gas in Liberia, it will not solve the problem. And the next thing going to happen, take it from me, gas station owners will sell fuel gas and they will hold our gas back again. And the scarcity will come back because they want to what? They want to make profit. Mm-hmm. You can't go and force a man to open his gas tank when he say gas tank is finished. This is the solution like people are going through. Yesterday, and they say they could not get no kind to come to Monrovia. Look at the security implication, the health implication, the movement of goods and services to people. All these things has been interrupted. And what the information can't talk about. They're talking to people like this. This is the DNA. You cannot lie to no. You can't lie to people again.
No.
You can't lie. Everything he says, within 5 minutes, someone will find out the fact. This is what is happening in Liberia. When they can be on a month, first decide they say, oh, the opposition. Oh no, people dead who have enough petrol. Oh no, the calculation was wrong. They gave us different figure. Are you really kidding me? Let me give you one example. Look at the Democratic Party. The election that they had in that place.
In Iowa.
In Iowa. And the DNC chairman resigned. Mm-hmm. He resigned. Well, you think anybody, you think Western Capital will resign? You think the management report, the management report will resign? You think the FPRC management will resign? No. Instead of what they do, they go to the president and the same places. We're working hard, chief. We're working hard. Don't mind these people yet. They want to undermine you.
Yeah.
That's what they're carrying. Are you serious? They are paying you to do a particular job. And you're going to tell the president that, oh, they undermine you, don't mind the people. And he buy into it. This is why when the people say that the president is part of this problem, and we say yes. Because he's not taking the action to prove to the Liberian people that he meant business. A month ago, up to this time, 4 days, people sleeping in the street for petrol. And the president cannot say, hey, you, go. And he's silent. The Minister of Information come and talk, oh, you know, and we try to. It's not about putting things under control. What is the short-term measure? Long-term? What is it? So you want to tell me, Ellen had the power, the no reference to Ellen. 2 days, Ellen, they were gathering shot. The next 2 days, guys were in Monrovia. But the question I asked them, why they always want to blame Ellen for the wrong thing? Anything wrong, they make reference to Ellen. But the good one, they will not make reference to her. When it is bad, they will say, oh, Ellen time is happening. But when it's good, they will not say it's happening Ellen time. This is the kind of government the people are running. This is like a free time ball. You're going to see my man, yeah, take number 2. Okay, yeah, you take number 4. My man, no, okay, you take number 5. That's it. This is a free time ball government. These people are running in Liberia. This is a critical national issue. No way the president can sit there and say, well, the people are working. No, Mr. President. There needs action to be taken. Fire somebody. Then people will know that when you have given them responsibility, they will know that the president means business. But with all this we see, people are still rejoicing. They are there.
Okay.
Ain't the money they run to the president's house to see him. Ain't even to go to the house to see him. Are you saying that you don't have a job to do? Every day you must see this president? No. But anyway, this is what the president like. People must sing places, people must watch it. So the minister and the money, the director gotta go see the president. Even they gotta go see him. That time the thing they're supposed to be doing the job. Now they're saying that they're asking for Freetown. Government did not send money to Freetown. It's a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Negotiating to go to Freetown to get gas to bring some relief to the people. But yeah, now you see them, they're all on Facebook yelling. What are you taking credit for? I saw the police car escorting the gas tank. Are you serious? What that show? The government did not bring a gas tank. You got police car. They say there's escorting tank serving bring all on Port Road. What is that? This is to tell you that people don't mean business. What police car going to escort tank? When the tank going, did you send police car there? Did the government go to say, hey, we don't know, these people to bring petrol? No. But you see police car running all on the side, they say, is escorting tangos. Really? These people don't have no shame. And I always say this. A country, Liberia, Lord Georgia, but Georgia doesn't work like this.
But then let me ask you, Mr. George. Let me ask you this. What is the way forward? You think? How even though I know the government and perhaps they're not doing a good job, but if you have the opportunity to advise this government and there are certain things, you as a Liberian, I know all of us are going through the pain because we don't want to see bad thing happening to Liberia. We always want good for Liberia. What are the way forward you think this government perhaps need to carry out certain things in order for them to move this thing to the next level?
The first thing is you must have competent people in place. One, people who will do the right thing. Second, hold people accountable. Let people come up with a proposal. The answer in Liberia is not just we have problem today. 12 years they had a same problem. You don't think the CDC government will attend and kill from there? Definitely they will attend and kill from there. So what is the immediate plan? Come up with a plan. What is the immediate plan? What is the short term? What is the long term? What do we have? What is our reserve at this time? So this time, we know by this time, we're already having this issue. Why are we having that issue? Because you have people who are not put in the right places. Because if you have people put in the right places, why would they say millions of gas disappear from the LPRC? Why would the cabinet minister say they gave me the wrong figure? If you have the right people in place, and if someone gives you the wrong figure, immediately what do you do? Fire them, because that will serve as a deterrent to the next one not coming there. So these are the recommendations we always say, President, we are here. For people who are qualified in these places, not based on Southeast region, not from the western part, not from the southern part, for people who are competent. They may not be your partisan, but if they can do the job, you will get the credit at the end of the day.
Right.
But if you don't do so, you're putting your friend there, you will always be blamed for everything. And this is what we are going through. So that is my recommendation, President. We are first bringing people who are competent. Second, hold people accountable. Once you put these people there, you hold them accountable, give them some independence to function properly. Then after the country will move forward. But if everybody got to run to it before they can take a final decision, it just hard. It will not work. It doesn't work in America, and it will not work anywhere.
Okay, let us continue to talk. Hopefully, the government will pick it up someday. But thank you for your contribution again this evening. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Always following you.
Thank you, folks. That's Mr. George. And another thing here that I also want to add on this is that the ripple effect on this thing is not even starting yet. In 2-3 months, the government going to feel the ripple effect from what is happening right now, because there are so many people, so many businesses that are being affected, and these businesses, believe it or not, they're not paying taxes because they're not selling, nor are they able to go and collect their goods from the free port. So what do you do now? Do you say because there's no gas, so therefore your goods stay here? The guy say, I can't come and get it because I don't have no gas. So what do you say? You're gonna have to forgive from the time the gas issue start up to the time he can get it. And in the meantime, they'll be shut. This thing, if they're not careful, if these people don't get on this thing to try to resolve the issue as soon as possible and start making, if it's not, it's going to affect the whole country badly. Badly. We're going to be shut as full. Other commodities going to be shut because you're not getting things to Grand Gide, to Maryland, to Sino, to Grand Bassa, places where you're supposed to get goods and stuff like that. Things are not coming in, things are not going out. But it seemed to me that Nima County is doing good because according to a story, they said they in fact on one of the show, on Custer's show the other night, the guy said they go to Guinea to buy their fuel from there. So does it mean all Liberians going to have to go to Guinea now to get fuel? The security implication of this thing is huge. It's very big. So that's one of the time now and again, once again, to see if the president can even come up. Don't wait till Sunday. Come up and tell the people. Be ahead of this thing. Don't follow the story. You be ahead of this story. And let people say the president say. What the president say? It shouldn't be what the other people say. Because as long as the government is not providing the kind of information, because people are cramming for information. And these kind of information, once they're not there, somebody will improvise. They will fill the gap. Samson told, my number is up there, folks. We're going to be here for another 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to go on with the music for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to call it quit on a Friday afternoon. Give me a call here, 916-533-2048. Give me a call. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Mr. Toe, how you doing today? I'm here for only 1 minute, Mr. Toe. How you doing today?
That's fine. That's fine. 1 minute over. He put in time on himself. Okay. Go ahead. Make a point quick.
Before I even go anyway, my wife is from Totan too. So we Totan are in the house.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife from Totan. So
okay.
I watch you all the time, and I told her about you. She's from the Bantu family. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Yeah. But anyway, you were talking about suggestions that maybe Ethiopia can make to help the government, and Ethiopia have made several suggestions to this government. We sing the song about dredging the port so many times before they start even coming to the door, and this man never listens. And the money they had to dredge our port, They took it to go to Dubai and have fun and enjoy themselves. They just show us that this man don't care for the Liberian people. He care for good time. You see, somebody was saying election is coming again. And the only time you will see the representatives and the people all in the corner there trying to fool the people again with rest and small things to vote for them. But after election, nobody will go. They don't care if my child don't go to school or the other person's child don't. How many senators or representatives have gone to the rural area? Okay, you got 4 children. I will take one from here and be responsible to send to school or all my expense. None. But when election is coming, then they start going to the corner to get the first, to fool the old people again, or the people there to come and vote for them. When they put them there, they start eating, they finish with them. But I will borrow from Mr. Ashford, that from the British radio. This president he got 2 brains. One is smart and one is not smart. One is from the West below. From the West below, put the man on the map. The man from the West below is very smart. He can do anything that from the West below. He's smart. Can you imagine for the country league? This man on a football field for the 4 hours. Every day he was there. So how many times this man have come out to speak to the people on issue that affecting the people? No, he started from the West up. The man don't know nothing. He don't speak. He don't do nothing. He bobo. You see? So this man have not come out to say nothing to the people. He has not encouraged them. We know that so many presidents that came in power, we had the same problem, but they came out and spoke to calm the situation down. But this man, anything that goes on in the country, don't have time to speak. Don't speak. You just keep it down until go and die down. So what can we do? You see, so this is my suggestion to bring so that I can take your time. That we have made several proposals, suggestions how to make this country go forward. But the man, as long as it's from COP, especially the man that they call Costa, he don't want to listen to that. The man can run Costa for the country, but he can't run the country. So these are, yeah. He can run Costa for the country, but he can't run the country. So these are the things.
You're killing me. Wow, what a rhyme. He can run Costa for the country, but he can't run the country. Okay. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Right. Folks, Sam Santo, this is what we have. The freedom on the Brown Public Radio platform. He can run Costa out of the country, but he can't run the country. Okay, all right. Give me a call here, 916-533-2048. We still have some more time before we go to the next section of the evening here. Monday show we're gonna have. Monday is a holiday, of course, for me, that is. But Monday show is gonna also be a firework because the issue that is happening in the coalition, we'll dig deep into it. And well, I'm not gonna start right now. But anyway, as Mr. George said earlier, okay, the government, specifically this government, CDC, they've been on this thing here they were there waiting 12 years. And you will find some video. The other day I was doing some research, on the Solicitor General. The smart people like that, they've been with CD for a long time. He used to be a legal advisor to CDC. And when you go down the list, you'll find some real intelligent people part of CDC where they're not able to formulate idea to say, when we get there, people we're supposed to ask questions. We're fighting for the team. Why, if the Liberian people give it to us, how are we going to govern? And those kind of questions, I don't believe they were asked, genuinely asked. Because if you were to have that kinds of conversation, you will get somewhere. And you talk about Mr. Todd, if they came in as a coalition, so the other people are not part of the process the whole time, that's fine. But once the election was over and the winner has been announced, it's a coalition. And the coalition, in fact, some of the things I'll be talking about Monday, they had a memorandum of understanding among themselves. So in that process, were there not discussion of how to govern? And the reason I'm saying this here, think about it. The very first thing, the very first unforced error was from the vice president himself. That what time now? That what time? If you like it, you gotta go. We'll find somebody. The vice president, highly educated, she herself, will make that kind of public statement that will come back to her later. So you mean that was that part of their conversation of how to govern that our time now? So when you listen to the kind of stuff, you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe they were not quite ready. So every time the government comes to power, they do these things, and you think, oh, they're not ready. When will government? Liberty Party will be ready. Liberty Party will be ready. We're not playing around. I tell you right now. I'm serious. Liberty Party will be ready. Because with all these mistakes that are going on, we're looking and we're watching. We're taking notes. And the meeting in Philadelphia, people are going to compare notes. We got people like Phyllis Swat, highly intelligent, educated. The guy, I don't even want to name them. So they on the very serious note, Liberty Party Liberty Party will be ready. Except, and let me don't pull my own legs this afternoon. Except, Liberty Party stand no chance against this government. They have to come together, all political parties, and run against the government as a unit. But they start going Liberty Party, ACA, NSC, WWB, whatever, forget it. Samson told LeBron Public, my number is up there. Give me a call. Else we got about 2 more minutes to open take the line down and then have on and start my Friday show, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. And this show tonight is going to be dedicated to the women, the girls, the young girls, the professional women, all Liberian ladies. We want to appreciate you all as usual. And so this music that I'm going to be playing, perhaps you might not even be able to understand it literally and things like that, but just enjoy the beat because it's going to be enjoyable here tonight. Folks, Samson told LeBron Public Radio, give me a call, 916. We have 2 more minutes to go, 916-533-2048. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind?
Loli, how you doing?
Oh, not bad. How you doing, man? We appreciate it, sir.
I'm fine. This is calling from Cedar Rapids.
It's Cedar Rapids. That's Iowa, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. What's on your mind, sir?
What on my mind is I am kind of asking the Liberian government to lift the ban on Yeke Koluba traveling for him to go to the hospital. Yeke is in a hospital. I called Yeke today. He's in the hospital. If anything happened to Yeke, all of those things we are saying, if anything happened to Yeke, George Weah will be blamed. It's not a court that will be blamed. It will be George Weah. Ellen Johnson Salih, son, Robert Salih, got sick the last time they put ban on him, traveling ban, and they lifted a ban. He went to the hospital. As we speak, Yeke is in the hospital. This is why I called today to tell you the second thing is this. You see, Mr. Tu, the officials of this government are using the popularity of George Weah because he's popular, because he was popular, and he stayed popular in the Liberian community with those who still love him and speak for him. You see, Mr. Toll, Liberia will only be changed. Let me use the word change. If one of our presidents, the living president, go to jail for corruption, for them to be criminalized by using Liberian people money inappropriately. You see,
hold on 1 minute. You're leaving out something in between from where they're going to be criminalized and go to jail. There's something in between you're leaving out, isn't it?
Yeah, for corruption.
Yeah, but yes, but won't you provide prosecution first, that they should be found guilty before they go to jail? Is that not part of that? That's the one that I thought maybe you're leaving out.
No, that what I'm leaving out, sir.
Okay.
They have to be prosecuted. Number one, if they found guilty, we give them time to serve in Better Yara.
I thought Better Yara was closed.
Listen, we can rebuild. We can rebuild Better Yara.
Okay.
We can rebuild Better Yara. No, let me tell you, Mr. Brother Toll.
Somebody said the president was 6 the last time. I was just thinking about that. Just said Charles Saliv and not Robert Saliv.
Okay, Charles Saliv.
Right.
Okay. The ministers who were in past and present government, they still got our money. When these people come to power, they come to power with zero. But overnight, Mr. Toll, you see them buying $350,000 houses around there. They still have our money. We are rich, but we are making ourselves very, 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 very poor. Look at what Yeke Koluba said. Yeke Koluba said 3 metro ton gas was stolen in Liberia, and the government knew about it. You see Akara's Gray, you see Muna Pena, they start right there. These children are saying, we are not blind. Trouble is coming. Trouble is coming in Liberia. Trouble is coming in Liberia within the CDC. We never listen. Came the last time from the chairman. He said a lot of things and people dispute. And the president came and said that Lagos talk. If that talk, that may talk that day. When a Lagos talk, another Lagos talk is coming from in a corner, from in a dumpster, from Akala's Gray and Muna Pena. This president should be very, very careful. This president should be very, very careful. If this president is not careful, his own bully will bring him down. The last time they called the Nepalians, one of the ministers in the government called Nepalian hooligans. It is a same hooligan son that went to negotiate for gas for this government in power today. The same hooligan son, one of the hooligan sons, went to Sierra Leone, Aminata went to Sierra Leone to negotiate. This is the reason why, Mr. Toll, I can tell you all the time, brother. I can tell you all the time, big brother, you're going to Liberia and help John Weir. I don't know what you guys are doing here. I really don't know. If he says no, that's fine. But if at all you don't everyday people work, then the president just as easily and tell the Liberian people say, although I have 6 years to serve you people, but I can't able. Let me leave. This thing will not stop right now. This problem that started last month, there will be shortage of sugar, salt, market queue, rice. The one that will come, it will not be easy.
Wait, you mean market? You mean Chikisu? Chikisu gonna Chikisu was be showing like bro. Chikisu, my man. Then I want that part. Then I war. Chikisu. Then I war.
Why something? This will go.
What?
Our people will turn around and go to mushroom. I am saying it. Our people will turn around and go to mushroom. Mushroom will be sold in Liberia for higher price. If chicken soup go, if salt go, our people will turn to country salt.
Wow.
They will be burning the banana leaf to make it as salt.
Wow.
So if the president don't able, if you say that, brother, you say that as a president, you can't get on one day. If there is no gas in Monrovia, there is gas in Monrovia.
Okay.
You remember 1998?
Yeah.
When there was gas shortage in Liberia. Why Charles Taylor did? If you don't open your gas station, we'll go in a hole.
Right.
The next day, gas was outside. While our brother can't come out to speak, brother, too.
Okay.
Why he can't get order?
All right. Okay, my brother. We have other people that are trying to reach us also. But point well taken. We want to thank you very much for your continuing contribution. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Lodi, thank you.
Thank you. Again, folks, Samson, too, if you're calling, I'm not able to answer. That means somebody's on the line. Let me just make this call here because I know this person and they're trying to reach me. So let me just call them back. Hello, Mr. Cummings, Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Are you there? Are you calling the radio or you were just calling for something else?
I'm calling the radio.
Thank you. I knew that's why I was calling you back. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry that somebody was on the line. That's why. Well, go ahead and make your comments, Mr. Cummings.
I understand, Mr. Too. How are you today?
Oh, thank God. God's always blessing us.
I like when you call your name and you laugh.
Yeah, I like that too.
Like that when you say something cold and you laugh.
Yeah, I know.
You know, our people say, then and a kaji, and then and a beji.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Then and a kaji, and then and a beji. The prayer can be in a hole, sitting in a hole. Then the dog put his face in the hole.
Yeah.
And the crowd will say to you, the dog, then and a kaji, and then and a beji.
Yep.
The thing that in the crowd eye is also in the dog eye. You know, when we told our people, think twice before you make a decision. I told people, I said, President Weir, it's simple. Do the right thing, the people will re-vote you. But when I started seeing President Weir bringing some people on board, I told people, I said, listen, this president is making some serious mistakes, and it will come to bite him. And today, here we are. We find ourselves to this place. That's why I spoke crew that then in a kaji and then in a gwiji. 2020, right, Mr. Tool? 2020 May 10 senatorial election is an open political surgical operation.
Right.
To the opposition political parties, to the different pressures group, to the different advocates. I wait to see their move. When they miss this, they can't get 2023.
No, I agree.
When the Liberian people miss this, they will not get 2023. By tomorrow morning, by maybe Monday or so, NPP will make a major announcement. That marks the beginning of things to come in our country.
Right.
On Monday, mark my word, NPP will make a major announcement. After the announcement marks a new beginning in our political landscape in the country. So let the opposition political parties sit and be picking on the little small grumpy and run with it. The major thing is 2020. When we miss the political surgical operation,
there will be no political doctor that will take us in the theater to perform a new operation. What we need to do is to adequately inform and educate our people. Man cause, power cause will not solve this problem. What will solve this problem is when innovative thinkers will wake up in the morning and call their name and say something to, then they laugh. Then they bring the ordinary people together and say, Aji, Bakoti, Bauru. Then in a KGMN and a Quincy.
Yep.
President, they think we can be in the door R2. It's going to be in the door R. And the decision starts on October, provided if they got money now to have the midterm senatorial election.
And I don't mean to interrupt, and that's going to be some of the line that I was going to be taking here Monday, of course. But one of the things that I thought the opposition perhaps need to start now is to identify credible people in each of these counties and put their weight around them, even if they don't have the money. But as long as they identify these people and say, okay, the COP or the political opposition folders, just like they did with Dallas there. If they can do 4 or 5 members like that from these different counties and get hold of the Senate and get hold of the representatives area, then I think it will be better. Because the issue that you just mentioned will be because the article NPP do not want the CDC to dictate to them who's supposed to be the next person in line in terms of being the senator. Because NPP is saying those that are there that are incumbent and they are member of NPP, we do not want you to send anybody to challenge them. And I think that's going to be a very sticky point. That's going to be a very sticky point because CDC themselves, they also recognize that they want to continue to take control of the House and the Senate. And I think once that door is open, the opposition should take the opportunity and put some credible people that will challenge the group and be able to succeed. I hope. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. But go ahead and finish your point, my brother. Sorry for interrupting.
You strike a very important point. Let me give you a typical example. 1997, when all of the political parties and political leaders ganged up at the Unity Conference Center, I remember former Governor, Bassa Governor James E. Brooks, now the commissioner for one of the area in Grand Bassa County. He said, if we don't hold together here today, when Charles Taylor made one move, all of us will go. You know what we did for Commissioner Brooks? At that time, I was in the NPP and I was in constituency number 10. In the night, we went for Commissioner Brooks. We brought in the NPP because he was tough talking and he was a Bassa governor.
Right.
And we brought Commissioner Brooks or Bassa Governor Brooks straight in our camp when the coalition lost, when they failed to hold together. And these political parties today, I see a lot of their people, they are loud talkers, they're lazy, they don't want to even go and identify somebody who is a community leader in a community to rally support around them. Mr. Tool, between you and myself, you can study the dynamics of politics from the days of Socrates to Aristotle. If you don't go down to the ordinary man and say, I say, my brother, we need to talk a thing here. We need to make some changes. Who's the youngest person in this community that got influence on his people? Come in our camp. Let's rally support to make the best decision for ourselves tomorrow. When I said to people one time in one of my podcasts that Sierra Leone would be a case study for Liberia, there were people in their ideology that said it was a myth. They guy want to be a journalist, he want to be a preacher. Aminata and son brought gasoline from where? Sierra Leone.
Right.
The gasoline was not a gasoline on the sea coming. I said they took it from all the way Freetown, Bowater, Cape Man, straight to Monrovia. In Sierra Leone and now Cape standing for Liberia. Liberians, we need to wake up. We're sleeping, Mr. Toe. And today, one day, you will make reference and go back to this tape and say, my little junior brother come and said, then and a kaji and then a beji. By the time our people start making all the noise, come people, Gio people, cool people, Bassa people, all the things, they're wasting their time. Joshua is trying to solidify his ground. And the only way he can do it is to go to that retreat and bring some of his people back. Between you and myself, those boys are ready to jump through the window, but they're looking for an alternative route.
Right.
And some of the people think today they are political liberators. We know them very well. We know them when they went to sell Liberia to Taiwan. We know them when they were with the Salifs. We still know them that all they're waiting for is to hold ground. When they hold ground, they will flip.
Thank you.
They will flip because they've been that way for too long.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Too.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Samson Too. There's me or Chia.
Okay, there. Samson Too. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. Have a nice night. Okay, folks. Samson Too, LeBron Public Radio. We going to go ahead and take the number down. Those of you that want to stay with us, please do so. Those of you that have things to do this afternoon or this evening, you can do so as well. But we appreciate all that you have done and you continue to do by joining us here on LIBERIA Public Radio. And it's Valentine's Day, and so I decided to play some music here tonight for about 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. We will entertain specifically then this particular segment of the show is now dedicated to the women of our community, the mothers of our community, the providers of our community. They don't want me to go. Okay. The providers of our community, the backbone of our community. Those are the people that take care of our kids. And I want to thank them. And for this, I want to go ahead and provide some music for them here this evening. You might not like the music because it might not be your taste. And what I've been asking many Liberians to do was to go ahead and give us some music that they want me to play. But I have that, so I put my own collection together. And now I will go ahead and play that music for you now. Okay, so it's Samson Too, LeBron Public Radio. We want to thank all of you again this evening. We will now take the number down and then play the music. Let's go ahead.
Est la seule voie pour nous.
Chez nous en Côte d'Ivoire, la Brisoko nana, Badidi de Bawa, il est un yébéré. La Brisoko nana, Badidi de Bawa, il est un yébéré. Tchako Ani Kakao, qu'on veut pas, au nom de la paix, il faut des élections. Tchako Ani Kakao, Oye Mabli, on est Mabli, à ton tapette, nana. Chez nous en Côte d'Ivoire, là-bas que Brisoko nana, Badidi de Bawa, il est un yébéré. Là-bas que Brisoko nana, Badidi de Bawa, il est un yébéré. Que voulez-vous, les politiciens, que voulez-vous? Ah, que voulez-vous? Que voulez-vous, que voulez-vous? Oh, c'est que les Maliens te parlent pas, ça va pas. Que voulez-vous? Les politiciens, que voulez-vous? élections, on va voir la vérité. Qui a peur? Mais alors, qui a peur? Les politiciens ont demandé à Dieu le jour. Dieu voulait la paix, il leur a donné un jour ensoleillé. Mais ça n'a pas suffi. Les politiciens ont demandé à Dieu la nuit. Dieu voulait la paix, il leur a donné une nuit étoilée. Mais ça n'a pas suffi. Les politiciens ont demandé à Dieu le pouvoir. Dieu dit non. Allez demander au tribunal du peuple. C'est les élections. Allons aux élections, le peuple est souverain. Allons aux élections. On va vous juger. Allons aux élections. On va vous juger. Pour tout Yoli, pas pour Laurent. Allons aux élections, président. On va vous juger. Pour Nabédier, allons aux élections. On va vous juger. Francis Silvaudier, allons aux élections. Allons aux élections. Alassane Ouattara, allons aux élections. On va vous juger. On ne peut contourner tout un peuple pour être président. Vive la démocratie! Baba! Allons aux élections. Eh bien, Yao Yaya, allons aux élections. Aïe Sabari, allons aux élections. On va vous juger. Yaki, allons aux élections. On va vous juger. Il faut des élections. C'est ça la clé du pouvoir.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you ladies out there. Like I said, to all of you ladies out there, happy Valentine's Day to all of you, folks.
I love the way you dancing, it's high like dancing. I love the way you shaking, it's high like dancing. Go girl, why no west, 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 why no west. Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Why no west, 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 why no west. Ghana, let me take you to Ghana, the land of sunshine. Ghana, let me take you to Ghana, the land of gold. Our capital, ACCRA, makes you feel irate. Oh, let our music take control. I like on road. Let our music take control. I like on road. So you wanna know why? You wanna dance hardcore. I like music. Music. I like music. Ooh. This is a little feeling. This is a little feeling. This is a little feeling. From the camp to the people. From the camp to the people. To every to. When it's so bad to touch. When you Ghana, my motherland. I love my Ghana. I love the way you dancing. It's high like dancing. I love the way you shaking. It's high like dancing. Go get it. Why the west? Why the west? Why mon Dieu, pour merci, Ashanti, the capital, where everybody wears a smile. Oh, the rock and fire. Oh, they are lovely people. They are lovely people. Where everybody wears a smile. Come on, I will say to the ladies, come on. Ladies, do the boogie, the highlights, ladies, come on. Ladies, come on. Ladies, come on. Ladies, come on. Ladies, one, ladies, come on. Ladies, I love the way you dance, it's highlight dancing.
This is Samson Tool. LPR is on it tonight. We say to all the lady, happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Why the west? 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 I love the way you dancing. It's highlight dancing. I love the way you shaking. It's highlight dancing. Go get it. Why the west? 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 Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Go down, baby, down, down. Why the west? 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 Why the west?
Samson Toll, LeBron Public Radio. I'm not taking any call. We'll take your call anyway. Go ahead. What's you're calling? What's on your mind? You've been calling in for a while now. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. To. How you doing, sir?
Not bad, not bad. We just playing music for the Valentine's Day number. This you've been calling. So go ahead and make your point.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Mr. To, I got some important issue to share on your platform tonight.
Please go ahead.
Let me just take up back a little bit. We started all of this from the late Samuel Kanyando regime. And we fought war in Liberia. And I'm saying this to say that I want each and every one of us to understand where we came from as a nation. Certain group of people rise up against the late Samuel Kayando because they said he was not doing the right thing, and people were marginalized and they rise against him. They were not just successful in pushing him out of office, but before they could push him out of office, we lost more than 150,000 Liberians. Now, each and every one of us who live today as a Liberian lost already. To our greatest surprise, and God knows the reason why, these people who rise against the late Samuel Kayando and said that the way he was running the country was not right, they were opportune to take office. One, Eric Johnson telling like the Prince Johnson, and you name the rest of them. But to our surprise, these things that Eric Johnson is telling them fought the late Samuel Kayando for like because of lost more than 150,000 Liberians. These things existed under Eric's administration. So there was no need for us to fight war, for us to lose our relatives during our classic war. The same thing that happened that they pushed through or and we lost our family member, the same thing happened under Eric's administration. And some Liberians, they supported her and some Liberians were against her. But I expected for every Liberian to run against Eric to say, each and every one of us lost family member one way or the other because of the civil war we fought. And the same thing that happened under your administration that you people brought war, we lost our family member, these things are still happening under your administration. But instead of that, some people supported Eddie, some people went against Eddie. And God could have it. Some of these people who went against Eddie for the same thing, today, some of them are in power today with the CDC. You tell me, Mr. Tu, these things that happen under Eddie, so he said I will buy. And this is not happening today, it is happening today. And you still get some Liberians who are supporting it. But I'm just saying this to say that we are not going anywhere until we can realize the honesty where we came from and where we're heading to. Okay? And the issue of, because I listened to your last caller who was discussing about the correlation on CDC want to plan a candidate where the NPP already had a candidate. I just want to clear my marks on that. For me, if I were a board member or executive member within the NPP, I won't battle myself with the CDC. Because all of the NPP candidates, before they could join the coalition, all of the NPP people that are already in the House of Parliament, they didn't get there through the influence of the CDC or the influence of President Weah. Because all of the CDC candidates today you find, 95% of them was elected based on President George Weah's influence. Because Liberians never knew the kind of a leader or the kind of a President Weah was. That's why most of these guys, they were opportune to get the position that they found themselves in today. But it's a different ball game. Right now, as you can see, for the past 2 years since President Weah become president, you can look around Liberia and see the by-election that have taken place and see how much of it CDC have won, how much of the independent candidates have won. Because of George Weah's attitude. If anybody just get on that ticket and allow for President Weah to endorse you take a very high risk. So it's nothing for the NPP to be fighting with CDC to say, oh, we got a candidate, don't bring a candidate, because they'll always just be fighting a losing battle. Because it will not be easy, because the president we are the Liberian people were thinking of, it's like it's a different president, it's a different George Weah that people are seeing today. And I can tell you, Mr. Tu, this coming election will be a different election. This senatorial election will be a different election. Especially, you see, up to now, for citizens, even announce that most of our candidate is not an easy thing. Today, CDC have made direct, they don't have become a hero in Liberia because of George Weah by leadership. Today, Costa, someone is complaining on Costa. Who made Costa? Costa was not popular as compared to or yesterday under Eddie's administration. This administration was the administration who made Henry Costa more popular because of bad governance. And things that happened years back not going to happen time around. So CDC is not a political party. Everybody who run behind that party because of President William. And President William already filled in Liberian people, so the President William yesterday will not be the President William today. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity because I know you're already out of time. I appreciate it, but let me just stop here. I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. That's what we do here on Liberian Public Radio. The platform is here for you guys to express yourself, even if we don't agree with you. But the fact that you call in and willing to express yourself, we say thank you very much, my brother. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mr. Tu. I have some key things to express, but because of time, I respect you. I appreciate you at least for respecting me and giving me the opportunity. So I don't want to go beyond your time. So thank you so much. I will stop here for now, but I will keep following maybe another time. I will make my point and come to a conclusion. Thank you so much.
We will be discussing the coalition with respect to its future demise, if you want to say that. And so, yeah, you can call in Monday, and we will be talking about that. And hopefully, if you listen in, hopefully you will have something to contribute as well. So, but thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Folks, we have to go back to the music session. We'll just add maybe another 5 minutes on that, the fact that we were out. So let's go back to the music. This is music dedicated to the women, the backbone of our community. And I just thought that I'd do that here tonight. Thank you very much. Let's listen in again. Samson to Liberian Public Radio.
Barack Obama said, change.
This is the music for the Valentine's Day ladies, our sisters, our mothers, the backbone of our community. We will soon be leaving. We just thought we'd bring you this wonderful, wonderful one here. Let's start.
Solele, 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 atrapo, what's on me? Solele, 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 atrapo, what's on me? Odo yewe. If he said, I call me home, why? I call me some pedem. I call me ziggies again. The roll me when I'm in now. I call me dead them. Baby, I'm back, yo, I was on me. Solele, 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 atrapo, what's on me? Solele, 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 atrapo, what's on me? On the mountain, sololo, sololo, kidibo, sololo, sololo, kidibo, sololo, sololo, kidibo, sololo, sololo, kidibo. Open your run, we don't look. But you know what's up for me in the bill. You won't come on, no baby, and you're not the one. You saw the trouble. I'll get a shoulder. You don't listen to me. About me gonna say take 130 on the Patricia. I'll give you to my Indians up. I should show me number one in a sub. So she, no joke. So she, no joke. Doa, doa, doa. How do you wait? How do you Wama menya Jimmy Trim, I fed him Matias Mawo, that don't pass so crime, you know better. But don't you swear, Mommy Trim when you me dead. What did Jimmy get? A man say, what done me? But don't you move crime, you know better.
if he say I am me day, I go for me on a nina. I go me see kids again. Baby, I'm baby, oh, I was so me. I want more trouble. I want more trouble. Trouble to you, trouble to me when he. Trouble to me, yo. Baby, I'm baby, oh, was so me. I want more trouble. I want more trouble. Trouble to you, trouble to me when he. Trouble to me, yo. Baby, I'm baby, oh, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, oh, atrapo, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, oh, atrapo, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, oh, atrapo, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, oh, atrapo, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, oh, atrapo, so me. So lele, so lele, so lele, so lele, on your way, so lele, atrapo, so me.
Hey, boy, young one, so I know now. Hey, so in a monule, they on get you number. Eva, Papa, my way, Papa Mokele, Papa Fatime. Si tu n'as rien pas dormi, c'est le temps du vrai travaillement. Claudio Ramirez est arrivé. Eva. Dans la vie, ce que tu fais, c'est ce qui est pour toi, oh yeah, et nous now. Dans la vie, ce que tu fais, c'est ce qui est pour toi, oh yeah, et nous now. La Saoudienne depuis Paris. Non, pas là, et nous now. C'est honoré, toujours honoré. Non, pas là, et nous now. Monunyare, voilà Monunyao. C'est comme malheur. Bazon Bressan depuis Paris. Avec Kaïba Lambert, ça n'est pas la valeur ajoutée. Laurent Lorenzo de travaillement. Brady Jipio, Matano Fayaweo. Et un certain nombre de Mesobi. Avec Laurent, Michael Chantal Aweo. Monunyao, capitaine Djekura. Awe plus Romi, soyez Elodie Aweo. Monunyao, capitaine fils de Tabou. Voilà Monunyao. Monunyao. Voilà Monunyao. Fais ton malheur. Président de Asie. Awe Soyan Timo. Loto Eric Wadaomo. Commandant des Aïe, Awe Soro Megam, commandant Bahaweo, Monunyao, mon parrain Soro Megam, très fort, Bazo Vincent, Sambre Wawemo, Monunyao, Wela fait ton malheur, Monunyao, président Bahia Kwana, Wela fait ton malheur, Monunyao. Commandant King, vis ta vie, mon frère, pendant que tu vis. Claude Romy et Kevin de Caï, dans le fait ton malheur. Le président Souekal Villan, Mangaï. Écoutez la voix de l'Ouest, commissaire Moniro.
That's how we do it here on Liberian Public Radio. Folks, we're getting closer here now.
Guita, le parrain Sanogo, ami de Kenyon Blaise. l'honorable Satevaris, très très fort. Le DG, Esprit Judas, Smith Michael, Dr. T, le travaillement très très fort. Sade Bawa, la valeur ajoutée. Elle pense à ça, Yahweh c'est tout. Au madame des aïeux, Dieu honorable Satevaris, gardez les mots, Yahweh Smith Judas, après la première, Smith Michael, la nous. Weke.
Music Bros.
Savage. Ole, ole, see him still in my heart. Away, Otumbe, surely. Check out your my wallet, what day? Me love you very long. Pass me your love like a ping pong. Cause you ring my bell like a ding dong. Oh, cause this love ain't no good trouble no one. I know the feeling is strong, but you is a bandit. Never love another like. Go tell my friends them that he would die for me. Go tell my mama, go tell my papa that he would die for me. Go tell my friends them that he would die for me. Go tell my mama, go tell my papa that he would die for me.
For so long I've been waiting, waiting for your love and your body, Come take up the money, Pretty baby, I'm a honey, We love you for a very long time.
You love me when I get a dime.
Me won't give, me give you this, you give me that.
Okay, folks, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight. It's a wonderful party here we have. I can't call it as such. But just seriously, I just wanted to do something here for the ladies, the backbone of our community. And I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. Those of you that was with us and continue to stay with us, we say thank you very much. Please stay tuned tomorrow, Sunday for Freedom Watch with Mr. Francis Nyanso, who will also give you some wonderful news from back home, and say we want to thank you, folks. It's been a wonderful Friday afternoon. Please stay safe out there. It is very good for you to come out here and have a discussion with us where we will be able to disagree, but respectfully so. Doing that will help us to move the country forward, folks. Things are not that well in Liberia. Let us continue to pray for one another and pray for our country leadership. I want to thank you for joining us this evening, being with us and staying with us on LIBERIA Public Radio. All of you that came in, we say thank you for your continued support. Good night, folks. Samson Toll.
Waiting for your love and your body, Come take up the money, Pretty baby, I'm a honey, We love you for a very long time. You love me when I get a dime. Me won't give you any time. Yeah, baby, don't know if me love you so much. Me want to take you every day to the church. Love you.
from the bottom of my heart, from the end to the start.